And I am going to tell about Indian languages. Reference I was taken from Indian Art and Culture, written by Nitin Singhania. First of all, what is the meaning of language? It is a system of communication through speech. Means people communicate to each other through a medium called language. The medium is known as language. Next, language family. What is the language family? Individual languages related through common ancestor. These are languages from one ancestor. So many languages will emerge. Those are all comes under one language family. That is the meaning of language family. Next, dialect. What is a dialect? A form of language spoken in local area. The language speaking in local areas is called dialect. Next, the language spoken in various corners of India belong to several language families. Okay, means the language speaking spoken by different people comes under different language families. Next, classification of Indian language based on the time. Languages are classified into different major subgroups. Those are in first one is Indo-Aryan group, second one is Dravidian group, Sino-Tibetan group, Negroid group, Austric group, and others. We will go one by one each. First one is Indo-Aryan group. What is Indo-Aryan group? It is the largest family of India. It is the largest language family of India. What is the largest language family of India? Indo-Aryan group, where 74% of Indians speak this language. 74% of overall population of India speaks this Indo-Aryan group language. Next, it is divided into three groups based on the time period. Based on the time period, Indo-Aryan groups are divided into three groups. Those are first one is Old Indo-Aryan group. Old Indo-Aryan group developed around 1500 BC. This Old Indo-Aryan group is developed around 1500 BC. Sanskrit was born out of this. Sanskrit also comes under Old Indo-Aryan group. It is one of the oldest languages and the greatest languages in India, Sanskrit. Many people prefer this language to write many Puranas and Upanishads. See here, many Puranas were all written in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the mother of many languages, many Indian languages. See, Sanskrit is the mother of many Indian languages. Next, the development of Sanskrit grammar began with a book Ashtadhyayi, means Ashtadhyayi book is written by Panini in 400 BC. This book helped for the development of Sanskrit grammar. Okay, the first evidence of use of Sanskrit was found in the inscription of Rudramana at Junagar in the southern Gujarat. The inscription Rudramana at Junagar means this first evidence of use of Sanskrit. Sanskrit was first used in Rudramana inscript at Junagar in southern Gujarat. Next, Sanskrit is used mostly by high Varnas. Here, Sanskrit was given, most people gave preference to Sanskrit. Most people of high Varnas and Brahmins, like Brahmins, kings, they wrote many Upanishads in Sanskrit language only. Common people won't use the Sanskrit language for communication. Next one is Middle Indo-Aryan group. This Middle Indo-Aryan group is developed between 600 BC to 1000 AD. Middle Indo-Aryan group is developed between 600 BC to 1000 AD. Prakrit language developed during this era. Prakrit language. What is this Prakrit language? It is a local language mainly used by women and Sudras. Many Sudras and women use Prakrit language for the communication. In olden days, Sanskrit is not used by Sudras because it is used by only high Varnas and it contains mostly strict rules and grammar is present. Whereas in this Prakrit language, strict rules of usage does not have. It does not have strict rules of usage. So it is mainly useful for women and Sudras to communicate. It is associated with common people. Next. Prakrit includes this. Prakrit is divided into subgroup languages. These are Pali. This Pali language was widely spoken in Magadha region. Pali is used in Magadha region, popular during 5th to 1st century. This Pali language is popular during that time. Next, texts in Pali are generally written in Pali script. The script used for Pali language is Pali script. Tripitaka in Buddhism were also written in Pali. See here, Tripitaka in Buddhism is written in Pali. Many Buddhists used this Pali as a communication language, but according to history, Buddha does not use this language for communication or preaches. Buddha used Ardhamagada. Next language, Ardhamagada is most important type of Prakrit. It is also second important type of Prakrit. It became popular after the decline of Sanskrit and Prakrit. See here, Sanskrit and Prakrit. After the declining of these languages, Ardhamagadi came into existence. Buddha and Mahavira gave their preachers through this language. See, Buddha and Mahavira used this Ardhamagadi language for giving preachers. It is evolved into languages of eastern India, namely Bengali, Assamese, Odia, Bhojpuri, Maithili. These languages emerged from Ardhamagadi. These Bengali, Assamese, Odia, Bhojpuri, Maithili languages came from this Ardhamagadi. Okay. Next one is Shauraseni. Shauraseni is mainly used to write dramas in medieval India. See, this Shauraseni is mainly used in medieval India to write dramas. Jain monks wrote mainly in this Prakrit. Jain monks used mostly Shauraseni to write dramas. Next one is Shetkandgama. Shetkandgama is written in Shauraseni. It is one of the writings. Next, Maharashtri Prakrit also mainly important Prakrit. Maharashtra Prakrit is widely used in western and southern India. This Prakrit is used in western and southern India. Next, official language of Satavahana dynasty. Satavahana dynasty. This Maharashtra Prakrit is the official language in Satavahana dynasty. It was a predecessor of Marathi and Konkani. Means Marathi and Konkani languages emerged from this Prakrit, Maharashtra Prakrit. This is the predecessor of Marathi and Konkani. Next language is Elu. It is the ancient form of modern Sinhala language of Sri Lanka. Means it is the ancient form of modern Sinhala language. Sinhala language came from Elu Prakrit. Okay. It is similar to Pali. Elu is almost similar to Pali, but some differences will be present. Next, Paisachi is also called Bhuta Bhasha. Paisachi Prakrit is also called Bhuta Bhasha. Gaundyas Brit Katha, an ancient epic, is written in Paisachi language. Next one is Modern Indo-Aryan group. These groups emerged or developed after 1000 AD. These modern Indo-Aryan group developed after 1000 AD. These languages are mainly spoken in northern, western, and eastern parts of India. These modern Indo-Aryan group languages are mainly spoken in northern, western, and eastern parts of India. Languages comes under this modern Indo-Aryan group are Hindi, Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi. These are very famous languages. Punjabi, Rajasthani, Sindhi, Odia, Urdu, etc. These are all are recognized languages. Next one is Dravidian group. Second group after the Indo-Aryan group. Next group is Dravidian group. This Dravidian group contains mainly languages spoken in southern part of India. See, mainly people of southern part of India used to speak Dravidian group. Around 25% of the Indian population covered under this group. Overall, 25% of the people of Indian population speaks this Dravidian group languages. There are 21 Dravidian languages. Total 21 Dravidian languages are present under this group. These are classified into three major types. These 21 Dravidian languages are classified into three major types. What are they? Northern, middle, and southern groups. Northern group. First one is Northern group. It consists of three languages. This Northern group consists of three languages. What are the three languages? Brahui, Malto, and Kuruk. Brahui is spoken in Balochistan. Remember this. Malto in the tribal areas of Bengal and Odisha, while Kuruk in Bengal, Odisha, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh. These three languages are spoken in these areas. Next one is central group. It consists of 11 languages. What are those 11 languages? Gondi, Khond, Kui, Manda, Parji, Gadaba, Kolami, Pengo, Naiki, Kuvi, and Telugu. These are all comes under the central group of Dravidian languages. Only Telugu became a civilized language and is spoken in the states of Andhra and Telangana. Means only Telugu became a civilized languages of the states Andhra and Telangana, whereas others are the tribal languages. Remaining 10 languages comes under the tribal group. Okay. Next one is southern group. Seven languages belong to this group. Seven languages belong to this southern group, Dravidian group. They are Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Tulu, Kodagu, Toda, and Kota. Means these languages comes under the southern group. Out of these, Tamil is the oldest languages among all these. Means Tamil is the oldest. What is the oldest language in India? Tamil is the oldest language of this. All these Dravidian groups, not India. Dravidian groups. Four major languages of Dravidian group are, there are 21 languages in Dravidian group, but there are only four major languages comes. What are they? Telugu. Telugu is the largest of all the Dravidian languages. Numerically, it is the largest one. Next one is Tamil. Tamil is the oldest language of all the Dravidian groups. Next one is Kannada. This is the language of Karnataka. Next, Malayalam, smallest and the youngest. This Kerala people speaks this Malayalam. This is the smallest and the youngest language of Dravidian group. Next group is Sino-Tibetan group. Sino-Tibetan group. These languages under this group belong to Mongoloid family. What are they belong to? Mongoloid family, and stretch to all over the Himalayan, North Bihar, North Bengal, Assam, and northeastern frontiers of the nation. Means the Sino-Tibetan group languages covered northeastern frontiers of the nation like Himalayas, North Bihar, North Bengal, and Assam. Next, 0.6% of Indian population speaks language belong to these groups. Means almost 1 crore of Indian population speaks this Sino-Tibetan group languages. These are classified into two main groups. First one is Tibeto-Burman. Tibeto-Burman languages under this Tibeto-Burman are further divided into four subgroups. What are those four subgroups? Tibetan, Himalayan, sorry, this Himalayan, North Assam, Assam. Okay, four. What Tibetan group contains Sikkimese, Bhutia, Balti, Sherpa, Lahuli, and Ladakhi languages. Himalayan group contains Kinnauri and Limbu languages. North Assam contains Abor, Miri, Akka, Dafla, and Mishmi languages. Assam contains Burmese, Kuki, Chin, Mikir, Bodo, and Naga. Manipuri or Meithei is the most important language spoken. Here, of all these languages, Manipuri and or Meithei, it is the important language spoken in these areas. Next one is Siamese Chinese. Siamese Chinese. Ahom. Ahom is the very important language or one of the languages belonging to this group. However, this language has already been extinct. This language is already extinct from the Indian subcontinent. Next group is Austric group. Languages under this group belong to Austroasiatic subfamily. This Austric group contains languages of Austroasiatic subfamily. Of this group, Santali. Santali is the most important language in this group. Santali is the most important language of Austric group spoken by Santal tribes. Who speaks this Santali language? Santal tribes of Jharkhand, Bihar, and Bengal. These Jharkhand, Bihar, and Bengal people mainly speak this Santali language. Okay. Next one, other groups. This group includes several Dravidian Adivasi languages like Gondi, Oraon, Praji, etc., which are very distinct and cannot be classified into groups mentioned above. Means these languages like Gondi, Oraon, Praji are distinct in their style or grammar or the way of speaking. So these languages do not come under the above mentioned groups. These are separately listed. Okay, we will continue about Indian languages much more in the next class. Thank you.